TV is keeping on. Chief. Chief is not online. Yes.
Yes. With due permission of your lordship, farewell ovation to Honorable the Chief Justice of being elevated as Judge of the Honorable Supreme Court of India may now be held. For order of reference, may I call upon Mr. Rupjiti Dey, Vice President, Gauhati High Court Bar Association.
My Lord, Honorable Chief Justice, my Lord, Honorable Judges, respected seniors, colleagues at the Bar and Registry of the Honorable Gauhati High Court. It is indeed a very happy day for all of us that Honorable Justice Mehta is being elevated to the Honorable Supreme Court and that he'll be taking up cases touching the lives of the citizens of the country, entire country. It's also a very happy occasion for us that the Honorable Gauhati High Court will be contributing one more Honorable Judge to the Honorable Supreme Court. At the same time, there is a little sadness amongst us that we will be missing Honorable Justice Mehta. So far as Justice Mehta is concerned, we found him to be a very dynamic Chief Justice who was inclined to decide complicated matters rather than deferring it. I, on behalf of the Gauhati High Court Bar Association, wish Honorable Justice Mehta a very successful tenure in the Supreme Court that also rendered judgments, a landmark judgment in the coming years. Wishing Justice Mehta a very happy, long, and healthy life. Thank you.
Mr. Mahim Chandra Dekab, President, Guwahati High Court Advocate Association.
His Lordship, the Honorable Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Honorable Justice L. Jomi, Honorable other judges of this High Court, respected Vice President, Gauhati High Court Bar Association, respected Chairman, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, and Sikkim, respected Advocate General Assam and Mizoram, esteemed colleagues in the bar, respected members of the Registry and Judicial officers, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege to take part on this auspicious occasion to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Honorable Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court, on Lordship's elevation as the Judge of Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta was born on 11 January 1963. After an illustrious academic career, preferred the legal profession and had practiced in trial courts, High Court of Rajasthan, and the Supreme Court of India. Due to excellence in legal profession, Honorable Mehta was appointed as Judge of the High Court of Rajasthan with effect from 30th May 2011. As one of the distinguished judges of the High Court, Honorable Mehta was elevated Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court and took oath on 15th February 2023. Under the commendable leadership of Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, the Platinum Jubilee of Gauhati High Court was organized and celebrated in a befitting manner in the first part of April 2023, a great celebration earmarked by the gracious presence of His Excellency the President of India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, and the Honorable Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, along with presence of distinguished legal luminaries of the country, judges of the Supreme Court and High Court. The great event will be recorded in the history of Gauhati High Court with golden letters as the achievements of His Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta. On my behalf and on behalf of the members of the Gauhati High Court Advocacy Association, we convey our heartiest congratulations to Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, wishing Lordship a very successful term as the Judge of Supreme Court of India. We also wish Lordship good health, happiness, and long life with all of his family members.
Mr. Chinmay Chaudhary, Chairman of Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Justices of this Honorable Court, learned members of the Registry, my esteemed colleagues in the bar, we had the Lordship as our Chief Justice on 15th of February this year, and within this short span of 8.5 months only, Lordship had owned the hearts by displaying exemplary dynamism and made the entire state judiciary vibrant. And I do believe sincerely that your Lordship will continue to do so in your Lordship's new assignment in the apex court. We, the members of the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, wish Lordship good health, long and successful life.
Mr. Devajit Saikia, Advocate General, Assam.
Honorable the Chief Justice Sri Sandeep Mehta, Honorable Judges of the Gauhati High Court, Honorable Advocate Generals of Arunachal, Nagaland, Mizoram, Additional Advocate General of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, and Mizoram, my esteemed colleagues, lawyers, esteemed members of the Registry, ladies and gentlemen present here as well as online. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to Honorable Chief Justice Sri Sandeep Mehta, who has served as the 36th Chief Justice of this sacred institution for last 9 months, on being his elevation to the Honorable Supreme Court as a judge. Today is another golden day in the history of this prestigious institution of the country, when this court has achieved another milestone and added another feather to its already colorful cap. This prestigious High Court has yet again proved to be a lucky and auspicious springboard for another Chief Justice of this High Court to take a major leap in his career, to be elevated to the highest court of the nation. In fact, it is a lifetime achievement for Lordship's sincere and dedicated service he has delivered in the field of judiciary as a lawyer and later on as the judge of Rajasthan High Court and Gauhati High Court. He has extensively practiced in trial courts, high courts, as well as in the Supreme Court, and had the reputation of a firebrand lawyer, which I have come to know from my friends in Rajasthan. Of course, we have always seen how active and vibrant he is in the court here while discharging his judicial duty. Lordship has also been the Vice Chairman and Chairman of Bar Council of Rajasthan during 2004-05 and 2010 respectively. He has also been the counsel of 3 inquiry commissions. Lordship was elevated from the bar to the bench and appointed as additional judge of Rajasthan High Court in the year 2011. He became a permanent judge of Rajasthan High Court in the year 2013. And later on 15th February 2023, Lordship took and adorned the position of Chief Justice of this Honorable High Court. It is almost 9 months when Lordship had come to this Honorable Court as Chief Justice, and it seems as if it is just the other day when we all attended his swearing-in ceremony as Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court. It is all because of this court was blessed with a Chief Justice who has disarming smile, pleasant disposition, who is amiable, adorable, as well as very strict, who is really a true friend, guide, and philosopher, a person whose intelligence is characterized by great knowledge and wisdom, great intellect and contemplation. But at the same time, he is very disciplined and firm in his decision and action, both on and off the field. My Lord Justice Mehta has always been the judge of the masses. Every lawyer who appeared before your lordship always felt at home and never felt uneasy, especially their younger advocates. However, while asking for adjournment for the sake of adjournment, the request come what may shall be declined very politely but firmly and granted a very short adjournment. And that is precisely one of the reasons. Lot of disposal had taken place before this honorable court during the course of last 9 months in court number 1. We are always witnessing that. And we are always prepared and we always try to avoid taking adjournment in this honorable court. Since the day Lordship has been transferred to this court as the head of our family, your Lordship has always played a very proactive role in the interest of the people of the state. In this regard, your Lordship's contribution towards preservation and protection of Deepor Bill, especially I have to mention that during one of the litigation when Lordship sitting with my Lord Justice Suman Shyam gave us suggestions on 10 points to develop and preserve Deepor Bill. And I am sure we have already action has been initiated, and in coming times, Lordship will see we are going to preserve it and make it one of the most beautiful place, not only for the country, but for the one of the worlds, because it is already a Ramsar site, but there was some lacuna on our part to preserve it in this right manner. But Lordship's judgment and direction and suggestion is truly helping the state of Assam to go ahead in the proper direction. Lordship has also indicated various suggestions regarding traffic management system in Gauhati, encroachment in the forest land, government land, as well as protection of the tribal bills and tribal blocks. Those judgments and those observations and orders will definitely help the state in the coming times. The procedure and system in the field of criminal investigation has been enhanced to a different level. Lordship has suggested several things in the line of criminal investigation, how the investigation, how the trials, as well as in the line of that forensic investigations. Lordship has given us a clear picture, and Lordship also took the initiative to bring 3 of the top experts, domain experts in that field, and give special sessions to our police officers and trial advocates. I am very thankful for that, and that will definitely help to get more convictions in the criminal trials, Lordship. The procedure system in the field of tenure has been enhanced to a different level. During the present tenure of Lordship as Chief Justice, the balance always tilted in favor of reforms in the justice delivery system. And as a result of which, with the innovative and constructive ideas, measures undertaken by this Honorable Court, there is a huge reduction in the pendency of the subordinate courts as well as in the High Court. One of the main contributions of Lordships is his leadership in organizing the 75th year or platinum jubilee of this august institution in a most befitting manner. I have to thank Lordship because under his leadership and under his organized capacity Lordship, we had the presence of none other than the President of the country, the Prime Minister of the country, the Chief Justice of the country, Law Minister of the country were part of that celebration. Thank you, Lordship, so much. Another important decision, which may not be palatable to all sections of lawyers at this stage, but one day everybody will appreciate and will go down to Lordship's firm decision to shift the present High Court to a better place with a lot of land and convert it to a judicial township. I have to thank Lordship along with all the judges present here that this decision of this Honorable Court is not only a visionary decision, but this decision is going to tackle all the problems which we lawyers, the members of the registries, the litigants are facing now or facing in the coming 1 or 2 years. That will be ultimately mitigated when the judicial township, which has been proposed in North Gauhati, takes place, and the day when that project will be inaugurated, will go down to Lordship's firm decision in this regard. Thank you, Lordship. From the day of joining of office as Chief Justice, this Lordship has conveyed the culture. He means business and temple of justice should not be closed. Further, keeping in view of that, delay in the judicial process has also lost cost to the judicial equality before law, does not translate itself to the equality in the real sense of the term, unless there is equality of access to legal processes. His Lordship always conveyed and implemented access to fast and expeditious justice, which is the basic human rights, and put further stretch on the ideas and efforts should be made to reduce the backlog of cases, the time taken for disposal of individual cases, and thereby the cost of litigation. All these things were properly addressed by this Honorable Court under Lordship's guidance, and I'm sure in the coming times we will see more positive results. So while summing up, I refer to the quote of the great philosopher Confucius: "The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his action." And this is squarely applicable to our Honorable, the Chief Justice. We all know this is a farewell function, but I am reminded of that famous Hindi song, Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. Our Chief Justice, though physically you are going thousands of kilometers away, you are not going away at all from our hearts. So why farewell? So for us, this is the function to celebrate Lordship's success, and we all wish you, Lordship, the best. Today, I, on behalf of the citizens of state of Assam, bid you farewell from this Honorable Gauhati High Court. Please accept our best wishes, and we pray God to grant you longevity, good health, happiness, and an active and fulfilling next innings of your brilliant career so far. And same goes to Lordship's family members also. May God continue to bless Lordship and Lordship's family at times ahead. Thank you.
Mr. Diganta Das, Advocate General, Mizoram, through video conferencing.
To the Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Sandeep Mehta ji, other competent judges of this Honorable High Court, members of the registry, senior advocates, the members of the bars, and ladies and gentlemen. My Lord, before I start, I'll just take your Lordship opportunity to say that today I am also in virtual mode at Mizoram. I have given a lot of farewell speech, my Lord, so far as Honorable Justice Dhulia, Honorable Justice Chaya, Honorable Justice Koteshwar Singh, and other judges, but I had all the privilege of giving speech in Gauhati High Court. Here I am privileged and blessed that I am in my state of Mizoram and giving a farewell speech to your Lordships. My Lord took oath as a Chief Justice of this court on 15th of February 2023. I was invited in the ceremony in the governor's house. I was sitting side by side with my learned friend, Mr. Saikia, And my impression, and I was chatting with him, and I said that, how will be our Chief Justice? So my impression of your Lordship, I really was unable to read. I thought that I will go attend the court and see how your Lordship reacts in the court and how your Lordship will be. Then I realized, when I attended the court, I realized that your Lordship is sharp, with a fast grasping power, and very intelligent. My Lord is strict, but has also a good sense of humor and can create a lighter moment at the midst of heated arguments. Though your Lordship has a firm view on matters, but has the fine ability to appreciate good arguments and change his view during the course of argument. When my Lord took over, immediately thereafter, my Lord successfully conducted the Platinum Jubilee of this Honorable High Court, which was celebrated on a grand scale. Also, during my Lord 10 years at Gauhati High Court, Lordship encouraged hearing through video conferencing in all courtrooms, which has made access to justice much easier. I must also mention here that the VC facility provided by the Gauhati High Court is one of the best in the country. Apart from this, live streaming facility of court hearing has been provided in most of the courts, and these live streaming videos are easily available in YouTube, which can be reviewed by lawyers and litigants. Also, the live streaming secures the interests of the litigant. This technological advancement made during my Lordship tenure are being repeatedly reiterated by Chief Justice of India, as such facilities are required to be provided in all high courts. The VC facility is also available in the outlying benches at Kohima, Aizawl, and Itanagar. Even the live streaming facility is available at outlying benches at Kohima and Itanagar. On judicial side, I have a wonderful experience appearing before my Lord, who is extremely sharp and intelligent. Apart from matters pertaining to state of Mizoram, I have also appeared in some very complicated matters before your Lordship, such as APSC matters, Arunachal transfer matters, and NRL expansion matter, amongst others. Also, during my Lord's tenure, the new High Court building in Aizawl was inaugurated. And in fact, my Lord, along with Honorable Justice Suman Sham, has presided on the last day at the old building of Aizawl High Court, and I had the privilege of appearing before the bench. I, on behalf of myself and the state of Mizoram and his people, wish your Lordship and his family a very happy and healthy future. And also, I wish my Lordship a successful tenure as a judge of the Honorable Supreme Court. Thank you very much.
Mr. K.N. Balagopal, Advocate General, Nagaland, through VC.
Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Sandeep Mehta, and all honorable judges of this august High Court, all judicial officers, all respected Advocate Generals, Bar Association members, their representatives, and all my colleagues and brothers and sisters present. I came to this High Court for the first time as Advocate General in 2015. But I had the occasion to interact with Honorable Chief Justice 18 years prior to that. And it so happened I met him after 35 years. I had almost forgotten that episode. But the sharp memory and the alacrity with which he kindled my thoughts, it brought to the forefront a genius in our Chief Justice's family, that is his respected grandfather, who was the doyen of criminal law in the Rajasthan High Court, and from whom I learned one of my major lessons That is, in criminal cases, you don't have to shout and bark. You can convey your thoughts very coolly. He was the epitome of coolness. And I think our Honorable Chief Justice really had the privilege of being brought up by him. It has been a very pleasant experience. Your stay has been quite short, very sweet. And as some of my colleagues have mentioned, that it is not a farewell at all. It is appreciation for going up the ladder to the highest epitome of justice, where you deserve to richly go. I would only say this on behalf of the people of the state of Nagaland and others. We convey our very best wishes in this onward journey of yours, where I'm sure you lay down your footprints for people to see in future. From all our sides, our prayers and good wishes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mr. B.D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh.
Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges of Gauhati High Court, respected members of the Gauhati High Court Registry, respected Vice President Gauhati High Court Bar Association, President Gauhati High Court Advocates Association, Chairman of Bar Council, learned Advocate Generals of Assam, Nagaland and Mizoram, learned Standing Council of Gauhati High Court, learned Central Government Council, my respected senior colleagues, at the bar, friends, ladies and gentlemen. This meeting is in reference to the occasion of laying down of office by Honorable Chief Justice Sri Sandeep Mehta ji on his elevation as Judge of Apex Court. In the short tenure of about 9 months from February 2023 to November, your Lordship has not only endeared yourself to each and everyone connected to this High Court of Judicial, but also left an indelible mark in dispensation of justice in all matters that have been placed before your Lordship for consideration. A notable achievement during your Lordship's tenure is a successful holding of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of a High Court, which was attended amongst other by dignitaries, amongst other dignitaries by the President and the Chief Justice of India. On the occasion of laying down of office by your Lordship, after a short but very successful tenure as Chief Justice of this Honorable High Court, and upon your Lordship's elevation as a Judge of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, I, on behalf of the state of Arunachal Pradesh and its people, and also on my personal behalf, express our heartfelt gratitude. We also pray to God Almighty to grant your Lordship a long and healthy life so that your Lordship can carry forward your good works for the betterment of the society.
Mr. T.J. Mahanta, Standing Counsel, Gauhati High Court.
My Lord Honorable Chief Justice, other judges of this Honorable Court, members of the Registry, my esteemed senior and junior colleague of the bar, friends present here today. It is a very heavy heart, but proud heart that will bid farewell to Honorable Justice Sandeep Mehta upon his elevation as Judge of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. In the month of February 2023, Honorable Justice Mehta was appointed as the Chief Justice of Honorable Gauhati High Court, and he took oath as the Chief Justice on 15/2/2023. Though his association with us, my Lord Justice Mehta, is very short, only about 9 months, but during this short span of time, Lordship is able to make his place permanent amid us. From the very first day of this esteemed institution, Lordship has been presiding over the bench very professionally, showing all quality of a good and perfect judge. A nice gentleman with a balanced temperament, my Lord is a kind-hearted and good human being. My Lord Justice Mehta has passed various distinguished and remarkable judgments during his tenure as a Judge of the Honorable Rajasthan High Court, as well as during his tenure as a Chief Justice of this Honorable Gauhati High Court. Lordship is really an outstanding judge with a ability, extraordinary intellect and desire to decide even the most complex and difficult issues. Lordship has decided and settled various complex issues in different fields of law during his tenure. Lordship has passed various order judgment in various PIL Somoto matters. Another important quality we have noticed that Lordship is always balanced in forming opinion while deciding a case which is always expect from a judge. Giving patient hearing to all the advocate, more particularly the junior, may make your Lordship popular among us. Apart from judicial work, Lordship is also a good administrator as well as an organizer. Various administrative decisions taken by your Lordship and guiding the registry of this Honorable Court. Successfully organizing the Platinum Jubilee function of the Gauhati High Court under your Lordship is a magnificent example of Lordship organizing quality. The sincere effort given by the Lordship guiding the judge, registry and bar of the High Court in the making the event successful will be remembered forever. By elevation of the Lordship, we will certainly miss a dynamic and liberal and relief-oriented judge. At the same time, it is a matter of proud for us that the apex body of the justice dispensing system is going to be flourished and illuminated more with the induction of the my Lord Justice Mehta as a judge of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. I, on behalf of the members of the registry and the staff of this Honorable Court, I, on my personal behalf, would like to bid farewell to the Honorable Justice Sandeep Mehta. May Lordship and his entire family live happy and prosperous life. Thank you.
Mr. Biplab Chakraborty, Central Government Counsel.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, members of the Registry, senior members of the Bar, and my dear colleagues. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to Honorable Chief Justice for being elevated to the Supreme Court. My Lord has a very brief spell of about 9 months in this High Court, and during this 9 months, your Lordship has shown the skill of taking up challenges. Your Lordship's contribution in various aspects is worth mentioning, but two aspects which I'd like to mention is Lordship concern for the environment, for which the Green Bench was always held regularly, and the other is the digitalization of the judiciary, for which we are compelled to file now the government is compelled to file the petitions and all in e-filing, Lordship. That will be, otherwise we're delaying the process, Lordship. Your Lordship is a born Capricorn, and the characteristics of strong determination and strong willpower is reflected in Lordship discharges the duties in the judiciary. I, on behalf of my Union of India and my personal behalf, wish your Lordship a good health, prosperity, and success, Lordship.
Now may we have the honor of reference by Honorable Mr. Justice Lalu Sumkum Zamir.
Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court, my esteemed brothers and sister judges, Mr. Rupjit Dey, Vice President, Gauhati High Court Association, Mr. Mahim Chandra Deka, President, Gauhati High Court Advocates Association, Mr. Chinmoy Chowdhury, Chairman of Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, Mr. Devajit Saikia, Advocate General Assam, Mr. Dikanda Das, Advocate General Mizoram, Mr. Kian Balgopal, Advocate General Nagaland, Mr. B.D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. D.J. Mahanda, Standing Counsel Gauhati High Court, Mr. Biplab Chakraborty, Central Government Counsel, members of the Registry, ladies and gentlemen, who have assembled here today to bid adieu to Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, the Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court, a person with a never disappearing smile, soft in speech, and gentle in nature. I consider it to be a great privilege to speak about the immense contribution made by His Lordship in the numerous roles he played, both at the bar and on the bench. Parting of association, whether it is of short duration or long, is always painful, regardless of the cause which results such parting. It makes us emotional. Today's parting also has the same feeling in our mind and heart for His Lordship, because from today, we will be missing His Lordship's association, which we had been enjoying every day till date. His Lordship was born on 11th of January 1963 at Jodhpur, Rajasthan, to Sukh Sambat Mehta and Madhu Mehta. His Lordship was enrolled as an advocate on 8th of August 1986 and practiced mainly in the criminal and constitutional matters. On 30th of May 2011, His Lordship was elevated as an additional judge of Rajasthan High Court and became permanent judge of the Rajasthan High Court on 6/2/2013. His Lordship took oath as Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court on 15th of February 2023. His Lordship practiced in the lower judiciary, High Court, as well as the Supreme Court. His Lordship was a member Bar Council of Rajasthan from 2003 to 2009. His Lordship was the Vice President Chairman, Bar Council of Rajasthan for the period 2004 to 2005. His Lordship was the Chairman, Bar Council of Rajasthan in 2010. His Lordship is also an outstanding and hardworking judge, known for giving a patient hearing to everyone, which reflects in His Lordship's landmark judgments. This has also resulted in deep admiration and respect from the members of the bar. For the growth of this institution, His Lordship has always been willing to take responsibilities beyond judicial work. It is said that the judge must have the grace to hear patiently, to consider diligently, to understand rightly, and to decide justly with a sense of humility. His Lordship more than meets this test. The high quality of His Lordship's landmark judgments, which he rendered in almost all branches of law, and His Lordship's exceptional skills in delivering lectures in seminars, conferences, training programs all over the country deserves no reiteration. His Lordship is also well known for his humble behavior, fairness, etiquette, sensibility towards various social issues, as well as unparalleled judicious temperament. The way he led the team in the celebration of the Platinum Jubilee of Gauhati High Court is highly commendable. His Lordship fully deserved the effusive praise showered by the learned representatives of the bar. Indeed, Gauhati High Court has been deprived of the valuable services of such a seasoned and matured judge. I'm sure that my colleagues on the bench would agree with me that we all are going to miss His Lordship a lot in weeks and months ahead. In any case, we shall continue to seek His Lordship's sagacious advice in future for the betterment of the institution to which we all belong. I, on my personal behalf, and on behalf of my esteemed colleagues on the bench and registry of the Gauhati High Court, wish His Lordship all success and best wishes for a new beginning, and also convey our good wishes to Madam Suman Mehta. Thank you.
Now may we have the honor of reply by Honorable the Chief Justice.
My esteemed brother and sister judges on the bench, Mr. Devajit Saikia, Learned Advocate General Assam, Mr. Diganta Das, Learned Advocate General Mizoram, Mr. Kiran Balgopalan, Learned Advocate General Nagaland, Mr. Rupajit De, Vice President Gauhati High Court Bar Association, Mr. Mahim Chand Deka, President Gauhati High Court Advocates Association, Mr. Chinmay Chaudhary, Chairman of Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, Mr. B.D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. T.J. Mehta, Standing Counsel, Gauhati High Court, Mr. Biplav Chakravarti, Central Government Counsel, Learned Senior Advocates, members of the bar, Mr. U.K. Nair and Mr. Kaushik Goswami, Senior Advocates, Judges Designate, Gauhati High Court, members of the registry, judicial officers, officers and staff of the Gauhati High Court, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar to all of you. At the outset, I offer my heartfelt invocation to Ma Kamakhya and Lord Krishna for having bestowed upon me this sacred opportunity to serve the nation in the capacity of a Judge, Supreme Court of India. I express my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, who have offered me this opportunity of reading my farewell from the Supreme Court building by the virtual mode. I am extremely grateful to His Lordship. I am truly overwhelmed by the sentiments expressed by my learned brother, Honorable Justice L.S. Jamir, and the learned members of the bar. I consider myself truly fortunate that God Almighty gave me this wonderful opportunity of serving this great institution, the Gauhati High Court, the High Court of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh, in the capacity of a Chief Justice for a period of about 9 months, beginning from 15th of February 2023. The opportunity so bestowed upon me is indeed one of the highlights of my judicial career. Immediately on getting the information that I was being elevated as the Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court, I was overjoyed because I had already been connected with the state of Assam, as I had the great opportunity of working under the leadership of one of the finest human beings I have ever come across, none other than Honorable Justice Amitav Roy, Judge retired Supreme Court of India, who also came from the Gauhati High Court and adorned the post of Chief Justice of Rajasthan High Court in the years 2012-2013. The qualities of humanity, humbleness, witty humor, which Honorable Justice Amitav Roy exudes are unparalleled. His affection and support to me while I was a young judge in the Rajasthan High Court has left a long-lasting impression upon me, and I cherish the same dearly. This estate is home to legendary judges, including Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Justice Rishikesh Roy, Judge Supreme Court of India, and Honorable Justice Ujjwal Bhayan, Judge Supreme Court of India. I have received their continued blessings. I am truly indebted to them. When I landed in Gauhati on 14th of February 2023, my mind was full of doubts and questions as to whether I would be able to perform the challenging task of the Chief Justice of High Court, having jurisdiction over 4 different states with great diversities in cultures, laws, and languages. Friends, the tremendous support of my esteemed colleagues, the assistance provided by the vibrant members of the bar, and the grace of God Almighty has guided me to perform the challenging task with utmost ease. Whether or not I stood up to the expectation of the people of the northeastern states is for you to judge, but the sentiments which have been expressed by the earlier speakers give me an immense sense of satisfaction that perhaps I did not disappoint anyone. Dear friends, I must confess that before landing in Gauhati, patience was not one of my virtues. But immediately upon hearing the erudite arguments presented by the learned members of this celebrated bar, I realized that this was a great learning opportunity for me. I sincerely tried to change my habit of haste in the eagerness to grasp all the knowledge flowing from the erudite submissions presented before me. Nonetheless, one trait I tried to maintain throughout my tenure was not to allow unnecessary adjournments and repetitions in arguments, as the same consume a lot of precious time, which tends to delay the process of dispensation of justice. One special feature of the Gauhati High Court, which I need to highlight, is the strong presence of lady advocates who are as competent, if not more than their male counterparts. I can say with an immense sense of pride and satisfaction that it is my good luck to have been a part of this glorious institution with a presence of the strong and vibrant, highly learned and efficient Nari Shakti in the bar. This strong presence of lady lawyers is totally in sync with the sentiments being expressed by Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud. The assistance provided to me by the learned members of the bar from all the 4 states was remarkable and appreciable. Each day of my stint in the Gauhati High Court, I tried to learn from the tremendous knowledge and wisdom of the learned members of the bar, and I must say that my accumulation of knowledge has been greatly enriched only because of the deep erudition of the lawyers who have appeared before me with great commitment and preparation. However, at this stage, I must address one issue which I found lacking in the advocates appearing before me. I found that the submissiveness in the presentations was too much. Dear friends, I would say that sometimes a lawyer has to be assertive without being aggressive for presenting the case of his client. Mr. Devajit Saikia, Learned Advocate General of Assam, is a living example whose assertiveness in presentation I have really come to appreciate. I would request the learned young members of the bar to take a leaf out of the book of Mr. Saikia and to learn to be aggressive, to be assertive without being aggressive, and in an endeavor to present the cases of their clients in the courts. I'm sure that this assertiveness would be met positively and would not have any adverse repercussions. Just 2 months after landing in Gauhati, I was presented with the highly challenging task of organizing the Platinum Jubilee celebration of this magnificent institution, the Gauhati High Court. As we all know, the celebrations started from the 1st of April 23 and continued till 14th of April 23. When I look back and introspect, I'm awestruck that how such a celebration of such grand magnitude could have been conceptualized and materialized in so short a time. Dear friends, the success of this remarkable and momentous celebration, which we organized during the 75th year of the Gauhati High Court, is totally attributable to the contribution of my beloved colleagues on the bench, the hardworking members of the registry, the judicial officers, the hardworking staff of the Gauhati High Court, and above all, the tremendous contribution of the members of the bar. I'm thankful to each one of them. One cannot even conceive that after continued programs running into 3 days, that is 5th, 6th, and 7th of April 2023, the members of the bar would still be eager to be a part of the law lecture which we held on the 8th of April 2023. The packed houses with the presence of the members of the bar in all these events in the opulent arena set up with the aid and assistance of the Assam state government is a testament to the huge success of the Platinum Jubilee celebration. The memories of this event will remain etched in memory in the minds of each and everyone forever. The program can be considered to be an unprecedented success because, to my knowledge, Honorable Prime Minister of India has hardly ever graced a program organized by a High Court. So we had the good fortune of being blessed by the presence of all the top dignitaries in our celebrations, that is, Honorable the President of India, Honorable the Prime Minister of India, and Honorable the Chief Justice of India. All this was possible only because of the sentiments of the entire judicial fraternity of the northeastern states. My sincere gratitude to everyone who was either directly or indirectly a part of the organization of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of the Gauhati High Court. I must acknowledge the immense contribution of a pivotal figure during my tenure as the Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court, who wholeheartedly supported the establishment on all fronts. He is none other than the dynamic Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Mehta Sharma, himself an accomplished lawyer. I must acknowledge and express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Sharma for having assured that not only the budget as desired was provided to organize the magnificent series of celebrations, but even the services of all the top government officials in the state executive were put entirely at the disposal of the High Court so that the events could be organized without a glitch. The unbridled support of Dr. Sharma and the government of Assam to the High Court did not stop there. When I landed in Gauhati and had a look at the building of this magnificent institution, While walking through the corridors, I noticed that the learned advocates were not having proper chambers, so much so that even the designated senior advocates were sitting in congested halls. I must share that right from the day of my elevation as a judge in the Rajasthan High Court, whenever I've had the opportunity as a guardian judge of the district court, I try to ensure that the members of the bar got dignified workspaces in form of chambers. The impression which a litigant gathers upon seeing a lawyer working in a properly furnished chambers takes the professional aura to a different level. It is my firm belief that every lawyer working in the High Court must have a dedicated chamber from where he can carry out his professional duties. Another disturbing feature which I noticed was that there is no dedicated space in the building of the High Court for organizing any kind of event. I found it very disheartening that the car parking area had to be used for sharing a cup of tea with the learned members of the bar. The Gauhati High Court, being a premier institution of this country, deserves a much better infrastructure, which should include dedicated chambers for lawyers, an auditorium, cafeteria, recreational spaces, creche, separate chambers for lady advocates with proper restroom facilities, separate facilities for the lawyers and litigants of third gender, in addition to sufficiently spacious courtrooms and judges' chambers. I am afraid that with the limited space available in this building, all these facilities cannot be created here. With this projection in the back of the mind, I, with the consensus of my colleagues, thought of exploring another plot of land where a comprehensive judicial township could be established. The bar members practicing in Gauhati High Court have the unique distinction of practicing in trial courts, tribunals, as well as the High Court. This is possible because the High Court and the district courts are all located in close vicinity. I was informed that a plot of land had been allotted in the Boragaon area for construction of the Kamrup Metro District Court and the other trial courts. On visiting that plot, which is located at a distance of about 17 kilometers from the High Court building, I found that the work of leveling the land had already commenced. The location of this plot is in an extremely congested area and the approach road is very narrow. By no means this plot of land is befitting a court complex. The executive body of the Bar Association had given its consent for this construction. However, I found that plot to be totally inadequate, and thus the further construction work was put on hold. I must say that if the construction of the district court of Kamrup Metro at Boragaon was completed, it would have totally disrupted the work of the lawyers who want to practice in all the courts, because once anyone proceeds to Boragaon for attending the hearing in the district court, it cannot be even thought that the lawyer would be able to return to the High Court for attending any case. Therefore, we looked at other plots of land being offered by the state government and could pinpoint a chunk of land in the North Gauhati as being suitable for establishment of a comprehensive judicial township, which would include the building of the High Court, all district courts of Kamrup Metro, and tribunals. I had a clear vision that whenever such project is materialized, it must incorporate sufficient number of chambers for the lawyers to work from. No sooner we had proceeded to work on this idea, there was a semblance of opposition from certain sections of bar, which to my mind was totally misconceived. It is my appeal to the young members of the Gauhati bar that you are all vibrant and dynamic professionals and need a dignified space and proper chambers to work. With that precise idea in mind, we requested the state government to provide us with a substantial area of land wherein all these facilities can be incorporated. I assure my dear lawyer friends that as and when the judicial township comes up, there will be a big focus on ensuring that proper number of lawyer chambers are constructed, where from great professionals like you can function. In this endeavor of mine, I got a huge shot in the arm when Honorable Justice Ujjal Bhayan, Judge Supreme Court of India, visited the bar on invitation from the members of the bar and implored the lawyers to cooperate with the projection regarding the judicial township, which is being conceived at a short distance of about 5 kilometers from where the present building stands. I appeal to the members of the bar to extend their full cooperation in this endeavor so as to ensure that this dream project is not only conceptualized but materialized in the near future. Friends, while hearing a matter, I had remarked that Gauhati High Court has got fantastic lawyers. Why do litigants need to engage lawyers from outside? I reiterate with firm conviction that this expression was not a casual remark, but I meant every word of it. The lawyers in Gauhati are fantastic and very competent, and their addresses are very appreciable. At this stage, I must say that the earlier observation of having more assertiveness still stands. Not everyone can be in the league of Mr. D.K. Mishra, Senior Advocate, and Mr. Diganta Das, Senior Advocate, who can present very soft advocates and still be appreciated in their submissions. It is said that a good neighbor is much more than a close relative. We have been very fortunate to have the company of Justice Suman Sham, whose bungalow is next to the Chief Justice bungalow. He has acted as a friend and a guide to me in this period of 8.5 months. All my sincere thanks to Brother Justice Suman Sham and Mrs. Sumana Sham for the help, support, and guidance. Each one of my colleagues has left no stone unturned to ensure that whatever target we fixed was achieved seamlessly. The smooth manner in which the meetings of the full court or the administrative committees were held is largely because of the tremendous support provided by learned Administrative Judge Gauhati High Court, Honorable Justice L.S. Jamir, and Honorable Justice M.R. Pathak. My sincere thanks to them. My sincere thanks to all my sister and brother judges who have stood beside me at all times, tough as well as happy, during my tenure as the Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court. Having been separated from my hometown, my wife, Mrs. Suman, has been the strongest pillar of support to me in this period. I sincerely thank her from the core of my heart for being with me in all times, tough as well as happy, during our stay in this magnificent Northeast. In my journey as a lawyer and a judge, my path has been enlightened by the pious souls of my paternal grandfather, Shri Rangrup Mal Sahab, my maternal grandfather, Shri M.M. Singhvi, a legendary lawyer of Rajasthan, my guru, Shri D.S. Shishodya, my uncle, Mr. M. Rudul, another legendary senior advocate of Rajasthan, and my beloved father, Dr. S.S. Mehta. I am beholden to each one of them. My journey would not have been possible without the support and blessings of my beloved mother, Mrs. Madhu Mehta, my uncles, Honorable Justice G.S. Singhvi, Judge Retired, Supreme Court of India, Shri M.S. Singhvi, Senior Advocate and Advocate General of Rajasthan, my sons, Abhishek Mehta, Advocate, Rahul Mehta, and my dear daughter-in-law, Akshiti, Advocate. I express my gratitude to each one of them. During this journey of nearly 9 months, I've had the tremendous support of personal staff and the officials of the registry. The time is running out, and thus I'll not be able to acknowledge each one of them by name. However, I must make a special mention to the services provided to me by my erstwhile Principal Secretary, Shri Kuntal Pathak Sharma, my present Principal Secretary, Shri Kaushik Sharma, my former Registrar, Shri Gautam Barua, and my present Registrar General, Ms. Aparna Jitsaria, a lady of steely resolve, whose merit has been recognized by Honorable Supreme Court, as she has now been summoned in the registry of the Honorable Supreme Court. I sincerely thank each one of them. Friends, to err is human. I extend my sincere apologies to each and every individual who might have been hurt by my words or by my actions during this period of 9 months. Please accept my apologies, as nothing said or done by me which could have hurt the feelings and sentiments of anyone was intentional. This period of nearly 9 months as a Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court has been the golden period of my judicial tenure. I shall cherish these memories in my heart lifelong. I have already taken your valuable time in my address, but once again, I take this opportunity to thank each one of you in this august institution, my esteemed colleagues on the bench, the vibrant members of the bar, the super efficient members of the registry, and the judicial officers, the extremely hardworking staff of the Gauhati High Court, and the learned advocates. Jai Ma Kamakhya, Jai Hind, thank you.
The farewell ovation is now concluded.